Welcome to Steve 87th, Puget Sound and Pacific Railroad.
Hi everyone, this is Steve 87th PSAP Railroad, or Puget Sound and Pacific. This is my channel, and I just wanted to invite you guys to come along and watch as I build my railroad, build up some kits, do some kit bashing, and running trains like the one behind me. So if this is what you guys like to watch, stick around for a while and see if you like the channel. Hey, model railroaders, coming down the home stretch here. Got another ladder to put on for the other side, and then we're going to go ahead and put on rails and finish off some other items and all that and get all these ready to go for painting. So let's see what's happening. Oh, squirrel. Sorry, had to look out the window. There was a squirrel.
All right, let me show you what I did here. Okay, so we've got the ladder in there. I decided to put the man cage around the ladder where it goes into, because there we can just take a straight shot. That's really easy. I added the extra mat in here that is going to hold where the motor is going to go. And then this is wide enough that I just have to take another one and cross there. So now we come to my big problem, right? That is, I need another handrail that goes on this side. So let me see if I can show you what we're going to try to attempt to do here. Is that going to be in the way? Yep, a little bit. That's going to be a little bit in the way. Okay, so if you look right here at the point of the pencil, right? Let's see if we can move this back just a little. So right here at the point of the pencil is where the ladder is. When we take our handrail and we put it in like we want to, let's see, I want to put it in. That's the high side. I need to put it in the correct way. And the correct way would actually be this way. All right. So as we put this, it's still not the right way. It needs to go that way. There we go. As we put this in, we can see that we start sliding it up into there. Well, I don't quite need all of that railing because it will be picked up by the railing here, so nobody will fall down into that side, kind of like at your house. So now what I need to do is figure out where it is that I can cut this at, and then my railing will be completed. So you can see there, if I take it all the way to this last rung, there's only going to be a little tiny bit that's left there. So if I take it all the way up to here and then put in another post that goes on this, which I've got a bunch of little posts laying around here, this will actually be the exact length. So let's see. If we look at this, we match it up to the one that's on the spur. Yeah, it's one short. Of course it is. So what I need to do is just put a post down there that this will go on to. I've got a nice little post right here. I'll just take it. We're going to cut it. All right, I got lots of posts laying around because I'm cutting all this stuff up. So I'm just going to cut up a post. One shot. That's going to be too long, right? This actually just goes like this, so I don't need the whole entirety of the post to go on there. How much of it do I need? Just need that much. So I can cut off this entire bottom section of this, where this is at. And again, one of the nice things is when you paint stuff, it's going to hide a lot of flaws. And this is going to be one of those flaws that we want it to hide. Okay, so there we go. We have a stair ready to go. Now again, this is another one of those things. This is awesome to have a glass top. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me move it over a little bit. Oh, Let me move it down. Might be able to see. Move it back a little bit. Right there. Okay. Get you guys in the ballpark. There we go. This is another time where it's great to have a glass top. All right, so you see here, this is the rail that I need to do right here. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's gray, is the post that I need to attach it to. Best thing to do, put the two of them together right there. I'm over here, grab your little glue stick. Attach, try to get them back together. The glass is great again because the glue will not 100% stick to the glass, but it gives you a nice flat surface. You get this nice wicking in there. Just move it a little bit so it doesn't get stuck to the glass. Move it around. All right, we're just going to leave that there for a minute because we can there we go. Just take the knife up there, and then of course you just take the knife again and scrape that off. So that is the railing that I have to put together and put on here. And then we'll put it back. Okay, so that's where we're at with this. You can see that this is taking the long part of time to do. And again, I'll show you what I got to do on the bottom side once we get this finished, because that's where part of this stuff comes out from is what we have to do along the bottom. But I need to get this in place so I can actually work on what I'm going to do on the bottom. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, the last part of this entire build, besides putting in there, is getting in that set of walkways. And that's not going to take that long as soon as I find my walkways. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, sorry I didn't show you guys this, but I struggled with this quite a while, but I got the other handrail on. Okay, good thing is when I come across over here, we're going to go ahead and put in the supports go right across there. I got to figure out how I'm going to put the supports in right over there because I think I have to cut out the top of it, but we'll do that next. Start putting the supports on. Yay, so we've got some of this stuff out of the way. Thank God. Okay, so now we come to what used to be the easiest part of the build. Unfortunately, we've got these little supports in there, so I just need to mark on my truss here where I need to cut the top part of my truss out so that it will fit right over top of those. Yeah, it's starting to get long. I'm starting to get a little bit tired here. I'm starting to lose things. So, hobby knife. And where did my marks go? And my marks didn't transfer over very well. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to run, one of the beams is going to run along the outside of the gate, right? It's gonna run on the outside of the walkway. The other beam is going to run right along the outside of the actual conveyor. And that's what's going to set up our little extra strength, and it'll actually look a little bit better when we're finished with it here. So let's see again, can we get a mark? Mark. Let's watch those marks as they're coming down as soon as I grab my knife that I dropped. So we have a mark there. So all we're going to do is just cut that at that mark. Over here, cut it at this mark. I don't want to take too much of it off, so we'll leave the webbing there. Okay. This is pretty much all we have to modify until we put everything together. So now, let's double check that. That'll fit right over top of that. That'll be good. Okay, so now we just come up and we start gluing things together. First, I got to clean off the top of this one because this one's a little bit gnarly. So you want to make sure your tops, whatever's going to fit onto this, is going to be nice and straight. So I'm going to go sand those down and make sure that they're nice and level. Okay. The biggest thing that you want to do, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to put 2 of these on, and then we're going to go from there. You want to make sure that these are the right way. Okay, so both sides should look the same. All right, when they're going across, they should look the same. So if you're going to have these, if you're going to have the point, you know, whichever way, everything is going to have a point, but you can have the points on this side or the points on that side. But whatever it is, you want to make sure that both sides, both the left and right side, are going the same way. Because if not, you're going to get this X pattern, which you really don't want. So that's really easy. You just turn it over. Once you turn it over, you got it right. And now both of them are the same direction. Okay. So this is the easiest thing to put on, believe it or not. It's just mostly how far you got to go, right? How much dimension you're going to take. So this is glue on, glue on. Hopefully you won't drop it. This is where we've got that. You need to have a little bit of a smaller fingers here, unless you're really, really good with tweezers, and I'm not. Turn this over, turn it around so that we get it in the right spot, and we just simply stick it on there. Come up, line it up so that it's pretty much square all the way down. There's going to be some spots it's not going to quite hit. But you're trying to do the best you can to get it straight, to get it in there. We've got this whole wonderful section back over here. Let's take that, hold it for a second. Part of this, because I didn't cut away where that's at, so I should probably do that. If I cut those away, you know, that's not going to be too bad. You're not going to see that very much. It'll be a little bit different. You kind of get the message here. You want to have the supports underneath. So we'll do that. We'll do that all the way up on that side. And we'll come over here. Again, want to make sure that we are doing it right. Right now, those are upside down. We want to turn them that way. Okay. See if you guys can still see that. Yep. And we're just going to come in. Again, hopefully I got the bottom right. Pointy part, yeah. Okay then, you guys are at a different angle than what you were before, but we're going to go ahead and start putting things together. All right, so this is kind of one of the easier things to do. However, it is very, very difficult to actually complete. This is where we get our handy dandy tweezers out. Okay, let me just clean this up a little bit more. I thought I had cleaned it enough, but I guess not. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I have a little bucket here. In here are about 1 inch. I believe they're 1 inch or ½ inch. What size are they? They are just over ½ inch. So these should fit in here just like that. And it looks like they don't. That one looks big. Let's try another one. Some of these may have got mixed in with some other things. Yeah, see, this is a ½ inch. That one was too big. And you're just going to rotate those in. And it doesn't matter which way they're facing. And I'm using the channel for this. I'm using this little channel section for it. You want to kind of get them wherever you think there needs to be strength. In actuality, these would probably be like one every couple of feet, maybe even closer than that. I'm just putting them in there a little bit as show. I'm also putting them where we connect the sections up at, the new sections. So you can see there, those are a little bit, this is not an exact science. Sorry, hand in the way. I set my camera on the other side, and I'm so used to doing it that way that now I have to remember to get it out of the way on the other way. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm just doing this a little bit more for looks than it is for actual practicality. But even though it's not for practical uses, still want to make it look decent. Sorry, this one is just being a little bit persnickety. These guys need a little bit more glue. Put them on. Okay. Got another section up over here. And then obviously the ends you want to cut to the side that you want the ends to actually be at. That one fit in there a little bit better. What you're really trying to do is center this between the two legs, per se. I've got some extra pieces laying around here. I'm just seeing if any of them will fit. Nope, those are all the 1-footers. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do those, put those in there, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, then. There we've got some braces glued in different places. You could put some more in there if you want to, and more across there. Again, these are more for aesthetics. So next thing that we're going to do, on this one, we don't have any drops that actually need a slide out. So I don't need one except for the one here. And then, so I've put that one in. You can see there, I've also gone and put in the slide out on this one. Okay, you guys can see these are real easy to cut. I just cut one of these real small and then glued it onto the side. Okay, so that's where the slide's going to go to when it opens up, so that the grain and stuff can flip in there.
Okay, that finishes up the structural build, and now the next episode is going to be how we do the rails and finish it off. Okay, so we'll be releasing that shortly after this one. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining. Subscribe, like the video, pass it on to others. Steve87 saying thanks for watching.